Hello again. Okay, my phone died, so kind of got cut off in the middle of the reading for this lovely energy oracle card, the All Tied Up. So I had already explained the Devil card and the Eight of Cups. Moving on to the third card, it's the Ten of Wands. So Ten of Wands is very much about putting down burdens. Ten's a number of conclusion, so you know, whatever it is that sort of made you feel tied to the situation that was unhealthy for you, you know, you walking away is basically you putting down the burden of that interaction, whatever you want to call it. The relationship, the friendship, the, you know, job where you're being treated unfairly, whatever the case may be. Walking away from it is actually releasing you from the burden. So maybe if you've had some sort of doubts, like you feel like even if you were to sort of walk away from this situation, there'd still be something about it that would sort of linger and sort of hold you down and, you know, basically drag you down, or, you know, keep you in some ways maybe mentally still attached to the situation and still a bit invested in it. This is kind of confirmation that you'll be putting the burden down and you'll be free of it as long as you have the courage to walk away, okay? And do it because you owe it to yourself and you deserve better. Because when you do, there's a sense of victory here, okay? This is a very long journey kind of victory, okay? It's not something that you have to deal with for a couple of weeks. This is like long term, you know, 5-10 years, something like that. I don't usually deal with numbers, but I just feel like it's not a short time frame that we're talking about, that this whole struggle with detaching from the toxic scenario is talking about, because I feel like this has been a long time coming, this victory. So this 12-12 portal is good. It's like it's kind of freeing you from the things that are restricting you from being your authentic self and sort of having the lifestyle and the existence and the kind of like your ability to control the energy around you and within your life. And you know, it's the things that you read, the kind of music you listen to, everything, it's all energy. So if you're being really discerning and trying to have a high vibrational life, releasing the toxic people, toxic anything that's not honoring you as an individual soul, that has your own standards and your own values, walking away from it is definitely a victory, very much so. And you will feel free, because like the fact that this card actually came out, like even though we've got the whole thing of walking away, it's very much like a confirmation to say that walking away is actually, it carries a lot more weight than you realize. It's going to free you in a lot more ways than you actually might be able to see right now. Sometimes we get so used to being in certain situations and certain dynamics that we don't actually see that it's kind of unfair or a bit sort of abusive in a way. Like there's a slight element of, you know, you have less power than another person in a situation. And I've seen, you know, friends, family, whatever, in relationship dynamics when couples start getting competitive, and there's always one that's got to have the upper hand. I've never understood competition, doesn't matter who it's with, in between. So for me, it's always odd, but I feel like, you know, those little things that sometimes people don't even notice and they don't realize that that plays a part until they step back from it and they look at it from a more spiritual, more enlightened perspective, and, you know, how they should be living their lives. Like once you start awakening and you tap into your own authentic self, it becomes more important anyway. Like you have to honor your own heart and soul. Like you can't not, like faking it is not possible once you awake, okay? It's all about being real. So it is going to be a lot more freeing than you realize, whatever it is, because putting down burdens and ending a cycle and then having a victory. But it is a victory. You need to remember that, okay? The reason why I say that is the last card is the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is all about mourning the loss of love, or, you know, friendships, relationships, jobs, you know, whatever it may be.
So this person is actually, you know, staring very sadly at those cups that have fallen over, like the love that has been lost, you know. But he doesn't realize there's 2 cups behind him that are standing upright, and they're full, and they're there for the taking. Yeah, it's kind of like, stop focusing on what you've lost and focus on what you actually have. If you're always counting what you haven't gained, when are you ever counting your blessings and being grateful for what you have got in your life? Like, literally, like, if you sit down and write down absolutely everything you could possibly think of that you can be grateful for, you know, considering the fact that we live in a first world country, we don't have to worry about starving to death, and, you know, we have homes that are comfortable, we can drive, we have public transport, you know, we have friends, we have family. We're not disabled, we can look after ourselves. Like, if you get down to it, like, literally, imagine if you had none of what you have. You know, if you were in a country that has poverty and famine and all that stuff, would you not sort of have a little slight shift of perspective? I used to be very much like, oh, you know, this didn't happen, and then I got told about a gratitude journal, and my attitude has shifted so much from doing that. And I don't go crazy every day. Like, there are some days where I'll sit there and I'll write a page and a half. I'm grateful for my cat, for my car, blah, 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 blah. And it's not just, I'm grateful for this thing, full stop. It's, I'm grateful for this thing because it does this for me. Like, it brings, you know, this positive thing to my life, whatever it is that I value about it, or, you know, I enjoy the end result of, about whatever that thing is. Gotta be appreciative for it, you know. And if you're appreciative for it, you get more of it. So I guarantee you, every single day, the one thing that does go on my list is I'm grateful for the love, support, and guidance of my divine team. Because, man, if it wasn't for them, I don't know how we do any of this stuff. Alright. Moving on. Now, for those people who had chosen the card with that lovely double point quartz, and it was Healer of the Ages. I got this recently, and it's number 51. Beautiful card. Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting all excited because I can actually make it go there. All right, excellent. So that is the main energy for this next reading. Give these a little bit of a shuffle. This is a lot quieter way of shuffling. The way I normally shuffle. It's very loud. It's kind of rude on a video too, as far as I'm concerned. So, Healer of the Ages. Let me guess. This is for Lightworkers. I think we're all Lightworkers. Majority of us, I think, on here would be Lightworkers. And yes, I know part of my thing is to be a healer. But this Healer of the Ages could imply you've got someone like an ascended master, such as Jesus, who is a healer of the ages, guiding you on your team and sort of stepping in maybe as a energy for, you know, to guide you. And yeah, I think I get my point across. Hey, hun. Just doing the reading for that card there, Healer of the Ages. So I'm actually, while I was shuffling, just pondering that it could imply that this reading is for people who are healers in this lifetime as Lightworkers. It could also imply that someone like an ascended master such as Jesus, or, you know, another healing energy being could be helping you guys at the moment. So I'll just check which cards are here, because there's a lot of them for that. incorrect. We've got one card so far. At least it starts off on a good note. Hey, hun. Judgment. Did you pick this card? I hope you did. Because you'd have really good timing. Okay. Keep going. So, Arch Angel Michel, what other cards do we have? For the reading for the Healer of the Ages card. That card actually, it looks almost like Jesus to me. Especially from here. I can see in the camera. Some nice cards there. Where have I put my pen? Cool. Any of these part of the ring? All of them? Okay. So, Judgment first. And the rest. Thank you, Tom. Alright. Now I'm happy. Oh, my. Whoever got this card, whoever was drawn to this card, I am very happy for you just at first glance looking at these cards. Oh my lord. This 12 photo, and the 2 weeks, you know, up to the 26th. Oh wow, this is, okay. Rather than just hyperventilate myself, I should share the fun with you. The Judgment card, okay? Judgment card is about second chances, about epiphanies, like, you know, for the twin flames out there, this could definitely be the final decision to come back, to make a connection, to, you know, go into union and pursue mission and everything else that has to be done. Because I know a lot of twins still, there's no communication, there's no contact whatsoever, and it's like, yeah, all these readers and everybody saying, yeah, things are happening. I'm in the same boat, but I also feel the very definite vibes of something really, really big coming, and I got, you know, telepathy from him in the last couple of days saying something about next week could be it, and I really hope so, and I'm telling myself it's going to be the case, and then, you know, the ego has to type in and go, oh, you know, but he's done that before, he said he's coming home before, but he's never given me a day before. So I choose to have faith in him and not allow my ego to get the better of me. Okay, so yes, second chances, very much decision time, yeah? Because I feel like, in my case in particular, this could be him finally going, yeah, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to ignore my pride and all that crap, and I'm going to do it. Because I know it plays a big part in my dynamics anyway. But this is a spectacularly beautiful reading. The reason why I say this is because the next card is the Queen of Pentacles. So it's almost as if, you know, the decision is made to give it a second chance with his or her Queen of Pentacles or King of Pentacles, as the case may be. And this is the person that's like, you know, brilliantly successful business person, great partner, great parent, great friend, you know, just a really sincere and positively impactful is the word I'm thinking. Like, it's probably not even a word, but like just somebody that, you know, everybody that has them in their life feels grateful for their presence, kind of thing. They're just a really stable, grounded person that everybody can rely on. It's like the person you can rely on when all else fails, kind of thing. And the shoulder to cry on, and, you know, the person that'll bandage up your knee, that kind of thing. Anything happens, that person that you can rely on anytime. It's that kind of a it's a beautiful energy. Like, who would not want to have such a wonderful soul in their life, yeah? Yeah. So, decisions made about the Queen of Pentacles, and to attain ultimate emotional happiness and fulfillment. The Ace of Cups, it is the ultimate, you know, happiness. It's the peak of love in all forms. Literally your life overflowing with love. And there's a lot of growth and a lot of blessings, like these little things called FODs there. So that's all about growth. And I do believe this is ascension and spiritual evolution related, because if this is the twin flame dynamic I'm talking about, with the Judgment card and the Queen of Pentacles, It's like, yeah, the decision has been made to return because this is what we want. We're sick and tired of settling for second best. We're sick and tired of not having what is perfectly right for us in our life. Why should we miss out when that person exists and they're out there? If they didn't exist and it wasn't possible to be with that person, then maybe, yeah, you could go, okay, fine, I can keep fluffing about in my life and, you know, making do with whatever, but still not being satisfied in my emotional fulfillment in life, especially, like, you know, personal relationship wise. It's kind of like, meh, no more of that. I want it all or freaking nothing. No, I want it all and all. There's no nothing. Okay, that's it. Going for it. I'm just going to put both of them up, okay? The next card, that Three of Cups and the Lovers. This is definitely a twin flame reading, I'm just going to say it. Because the reunion, you know, with the union... I'll stop getting overexcited. The twins coming together and creating the third energy that we've all known about, and I'm sure some of us experienced when we were with our twin. Just, it was literally like most of us sort of, when you're with your twin, you're in another world of your own. It's like you're in a cocoon, closed off from the rest of the world, even though you may be just in, you know, a home or something like that, but literally you feel like you're in another world. I really feel like it's that thing, that coming together and just boom. Like, how else can I explain it? Like, what I'm getting is, like, with myself and my twin, it was kind of crazy. Like, we'd spend like 5 to 6 days in a row together, and it was allegedly the longest time that anybody had stayed over for, which I was very proud of, very happy about. But it was kind of intense and full on and crazy straight away. Because it was like a magnet, literally. I saw his picture on the online dating thing, and there was a magnet in my solar plexus that pulled me towards him, and I've never felt that before. It was so intense, cannot mistake it. And, you know, 6 weeks before that I had seen a shooting star and I'd made a wish that the one that was meant for me be freaking appear already. And ta-da! There he was. Okay, now I'm getting all woo in the solar plexus, thinking about it. Alright, so the Three of Cups, my dears, the ultimate reunion. Because that's another thing, is, like, the thing I really love about this card, and I find most appealing as the DF in this dynamic, is how she is so focused on the angel. Like, her attention is right there. Like, she's, you know, centered in her spirituality and she's grounded at the same time, but her priority is her spiritual development and is her spiritual mission, all of that kind of stuff. Like, she knows that is why she's here, and that is her main priority and goal, and she's focused on that and herself first and foremost, and then anything else. Okay, everything else is, you know, a bonus on the side, aside from the main reasons why she came here, and she's very focused on that. And that, in many, many ways, is working like a magnet to draw your twin back to you, because it's kind of like, hang on, I used to feel her pining over me, and I used to feel her sort of, oh, when is it going to happen, that kind of vibe. Now, all of a sudden, it's like, I hear crickets, I hear nothing. Like, I don't feel that pining vibe anymore, because she's putting her love and her focus and her energy in other places where they're better invested right now. Not to say that, you know, anything's better than anything else. Like, it's not like a bitchy, judgmental thing. It's more like, well, my twin's not here right now, so why focus on something that's absent in the physical plane when I've actually got a lot of other things that actually could require my attention? You know, so we're getting on with our mission stuff. We're taking our little leaps of faith and stepping into teaching freaking or, you know, intuitive business kind of roles, because that's what we're being told to do. And it's, even though we can't see it, it's almost like this little inner knowing as well, that this is what's meant to be. Just do it. Don't even bother
second guessing it, don't bother doubting it, because there's a part of you that knows this is exactly where you're meant to go. And if you've asked for guidance and you've asked to be shown, like, be led down the path of your, life plan and soul mission and stuff like that, then you need to accept the fact that you've asked for the help, and so the guidance is coming in. So one thing for me, I keep thinking, oh, is that the right answer to everything? And then I keep on being reminded that I said that I want to be a puppet of light work, basically. God's puppet. I volunteered myself for that. So when I have random little inspiration or whatever, like I feel like pulling cards for somebody randomly out of nowhere because they've popped into my head, I do it straight away. And then I'll send them a little message going, oh, by the way, I just got the vibe that you may be needing some cards pulled, and so I did, so please don't be offended that I did this, but I was guided to and I did. And then I'll send the cards to them, and then I'll get a message back saying, oh my gosh, that's what I needed. So literally, like, if you have surrendered to your divine service, then remember that, and don't second guess yourself. Have faith that major emotional fulfillment, all your dreams coming true. Like, I have had that a little bit in the communications with my team as well in last 3 months, where it's kind of like all your wildest dreams are going to come true. Like, I'll get these really very overly excited moments where it's just like there's a little kid in me that wants to jump for joy because there's something so big coming. Like, I can't, like, it's like, crazy evil laugh inducing kind of material, like, I cannot explain it. It's just this energy build up, like in the solar plexus area, and it's just like, something brilliant, man. And like, I don't know yet what it is. I've had little sort of victories and blessings, which I'm always grateful for, but nothing major. So I can't really guess much on that, but I just think, twins or no twins, a lot of light workers have worked really, really hard, and there have been some relationships where people have misunderstood us. They've misinterpreted our intentions because they've never met people that had pure intentions all along, and it's just very unusual for them. And been there, done that. I've had that happen. And I still, like, I thought about it for a while at one point and just went, well, it's not their fault or my fault that they've experienced things like that, or they've been around people that are like that all their life. Everyone's, conditionally giving. Nobody's an unconditionally sentimental, unconditionally authentic and sincere, that's the word I was going to say, person. So when people haven't been around people like that, those people that are like that need to kind of realize that it's not anything personal against you or the person that has been impacted by those unfortunate ones. Okay? It's kind of like to me it was a bit of an epiphany, aha moment, kind of very much judgment card vibe. But yeah, like, when you realize that you came down here with a plan and you chose everything that's happening to you because it's going to trigger certain things, it's going to make you become who you are, it literally molds and chisels you into who you're meant to be, slowly but surely. Why would you be upset about any interaction or anything that's happened? Yes, may have hurt you at the time, but it hurt you because it had to hurt you, because you had to get hurt at that time so that you could react that way and become who you became after that experience. There's no space for getting upset, not whatsoever. Like, how can you, in a rational thinking thing, be upset when you planned all of this? Like, your soul is that much infinitely, titanium strong that it knows it can handle this. And it came down here because it knew it can transmute that beep out of stuff. A lot of twins are massively good transmuters. Like, I know I am. I actually realized recently how I used to do it.
when I was younger, and definitely fast asleep, not realizing what I was doing. But yeah, I used to burst into tears for about 2 hours straight, like waterfalls, like uncontrollable crying, for about 2 hours every 3 months on the dot for a few years of my life. That was interesting. But yeah, I used to always be like, never cry in public, never let anybody see you get upset, that kind of thing. Okay, one second. Sorry. Ask the right question, get the right answer. Come on, please. So every other reading's had 4 of these Heart and Soul Oracle cards. So it's only fair that you get 4 also. They're just a little bit tricky to shuffle. Alright, so Healer of the Ages being as the main energy for this reading as well. So I would definitely say that if you haven't sort of sensed or noticed any Jesus-y vibes, or, you see him in your third eye vision, clairvoyance, whatever you call it, or sort of just sensed something about Jesus's presence, or any other sort of, healer, ascended master, angel, even energy around you, like Archangel Raphael's one of the most well-known healing angels or beings around. So yeah, definitely, if you're feeling a bit flat, ask for some help. But man, if you got this reading, I don't think you should be concerned about anything. I think you should be looking forward to some really, really beautiful things happening in your life. It's just like you've come a long way, and now it's time for your, like, almost like a graduation. So it's almost your little homecoming party. You have to make a lot of sacrifices and go through a lot of crap, but you're at a bit of a finishing line of sorts. Like, Ascension never really finishes. There's always higher you can go, but you're at a major point where you've achieved a lot, and you should give yourself credit for that and be very proud, and know that you're deserving and very much worthy of infinite love and abundance and security and stability, and you're going to have it. Like, Judgment card followed by Queen of Pentacles, then the Ace of Cups with the 3 of Cups, and then the Lovers. Hello. Like, second chance with the Queen of Pentacles, who is like the ultimate partner anyway, for complete and utter emotional fulfillment, which will be a massive celebration and create the third energy if it's twins coming together, and be the ultimate soulmate union, and happily ever into eternity. Alright, I will stop harping on. Okay, this card says, all is possible when your heartfelt vision is in alignment with your values. Believe in your dream, love it, breathe it, and let it fill your thoughts. But you must take action also. Work towards it a little each day until it becomes your primary action. Dreams are first envisaged, but they must be built. You will succeed if you work at it. So, also with manifestation, you can visualize, you can write it down, try and manifest it that way, but you need to also, take little baby steps towards it, which gives the universe a little bit of a push along in actually making it materialize for you. So it's pretty good. Now this card says, old feelings are resurfacing, and again you find yourself on an emotional roller coaster. Don't fight it. Instead, allow these feelings to surface without judging them. They are neither good nor bad. They are simply a part of you. Own them, embrace them, and love them. Bless the past and be grateful for the deep and profound healing that is taking place. Oh my lord. If this is not about a twin flame reunion, I do not know what is. This is the twin flame card in this oracle deck. Sorry, I'm getting way too excited. Oh, it's so funny, but whoever this is for, I am so happy for you, and oh my lord, I hope I'm predicting this accurately. I'd love it. Alright, Next card says, help is on its way. Woohoo! The raging sea will soon abate, and a great light will heal your heart. This is a time of deep, profound, and positive transformation. But courage, strength, and patience are required. You are supported by a sea of love. A sea of love. Okay. Oh my god. I think you would understand why I love doing readings. Like, this reading, it like sums it up. Oh my gosh. Alright, so the last oracle card we have is quite pretty. Well, they all are. Allow your imagination to drift beyond the horizon. Beyond time, there is a world of dreams without limits, full of magical ideas, a world just waiting for you. But this faraway world is not so far. It is inside your heart, and all it takes to get there is a dream. Dream big, my lovelies. Literally, like all Lightworkers. We need to realize that we came here on a mission from God, or whoever, whatever higher power you believe, calls the shots in this universe. Okay, we are under direct contract from Him. What we're doing here is, it's not just going to affect us; it affects the whole omniverse. Okay, not just us, not our galaxy, universe, even. There's many others out there. I don't remember numbers right now. But, holy cow, man. Like, a lot rests on our shoulders. And there is no way in ever that he, she, whoever, is going to expect us to come down here and do massive shit to change literally the way humanity lives and the world as we know it by doing light work and, spiritual practice and developing ourselves and healing our karma and everything. Great, hanky dory. Ooh, we got a great job to do, but we're not going to be sent in here without help. This is like a monumental task. It is not something that, it's okay if we stuff it up. No, this is our 5th time around. We stuffed up 4 times. This is a make or break. We're going to do this, okay? So, all Lightworkers and twin flames out there, if you are sitting there going, oh yeah, it's never going to change, blah, 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 snap out of it. 1, because you should know way better. Like, a little faith goes a long way. Literally, just going, just reminding yourself, I believe that this is going to happen. I have faith that God's not going to let me down. Okay? I personally have had everybody that I care about or I've been close to pretty much let me down at some point in time, like little white lies or whatever, just not wanting to crankify me or whatever, disappoint me. And that really ticks me off because I'm quite a reasonable, rational person. If, shit happens, life happens, then I understand. But I've always had people around me, like friends and family, that are funny like that. They would rather lie than to disappoint me. And it annoys me. So I've always tried to be better than that. And I've completely... nice. I've just had a mental blank about why the hell I was crapping on about that. It's just as well because I should get on with the reading. So, the last reading for the last card, whoever chose, the final card that had the amphibole quartz on it. And it's the man holding a heart. I actually thought when I saw the energy cards that this might be the twin flame reading at least, or, the one that was lovey vibed. But that last reading was definitely love vibe. Big love vibe right there. With the Queen of Ace of Cups. Yeah, wow. Man, I hope that happens to somebody. And the thing is, these readings I asked to be specifically for the members of this group. So these are readings for somebody here. So I really, really, really hope that I get to hear back about it. Because that would be awesome. Awesome. It's like finding out that your predictions, like, whatever you said in the reading, actually turn out. Big thrill, I have to tell you. Anyway. I thought there was something else to read. Now, where have I put my pen? Okay. See, I get too carried away in talking and... What have I done? Sorry, this is probably me looking at. Am I losing my head? What did I do with it? Alright, stop it. I misplaced my pendulum. Oh no. I am so brain dead today. I know, like, the 12-12 thing was a bit funny. Like, on the 11th, I was getting dizzy and, like, forgetting, like, so forgetful. Like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Like, I can't remember practically anything. Like, it was virtually impossible. And I'm doing it again today. It's ridiculous. Like, this is like 1 minute I start saying something and then I've completely lost why I was saying it. It drives me nuts. Okay, I think another 4, yes, thank you. Alright. Okay, another 4 cards. So, first card for this reading for Man Holding a Heart is the Knight of Pentacles, and then the Page of Swords. Interesting. The very, very slow moving financial investment or slow moving offer of something in the material world. It's pentacles, so it's earth. And it's something you can see, touch, taste, smell, hear. With the physical senses, basically. But it's slow moving. But it definitely signifies abundance. And then the Page of Swords, which is... It can be, person, quite an enthusiastic, sort of young person, has a bit of a love for life and enthusiasm, really excited about what the future could bring, kind of thing. Quite a passionate person, they're willing to learn, they just want to get out there and make something of themselves in the world, kind of thing. And it doesn't have to be a young person. Like, I don't really always see pages or the court cards as age groups, because it's more like an energy. Like, a person that's in their 40s could have, a youngish, enthusiastic thing. I'm almost 40 and I act like a bit of a kid half the time. I make animated, cartoony voices and all of the crap. And I have a great time and I don't really care. But it's kind of like, I could be a Page of Swords kind of energy but I'm almost 40, so age doesn't think, it's more the personality and the vibe. Ooh, the cards that have flipped up, I like, but we've only got one more position to go, so we'll see. Wowzers. Alright, I like it. So, as I was saying, we had Knight of Pentacles, and we got Page of Swords, then we had the King of Wands, and then we have the 8 of Wands, and then we have the Strength card. See, sometimes you put them in order, and it's like, yeah, there's a flow. I'm kind of like, I don't know if I see this flow. Hang on a second. Alright, so, if we were to correlate it to this card, okay? Man holding a heart. This can signify, with this card, it's something that you're very passionate about. Like, it's like you're putting your heart and soul into whatever this pentacle signifies, whatever this slow moving, 3D thing is that you're trying to create. It is earth, so it's something in the physical world. So it could be, spiritual business, it could be other business, it could be a new job, it could be an investment, something that is definitely something that is a labor of love, or something that's heart-based business, basically. It's not just about the money. Alright, definitely not. It's very, very much something that's very close to your heart, you're very passionate about it. It's definitely like, soul mission kind of vibe. Maybe it's like a lifelong dream that you're finally got the resources and the courage and the maturity and the knowledge to pursue that. you know, now you're feeling comfortable doing it, and you're going for, you know, you're going ahead with it. And it's kind of like, because your heart is invested in it, it's like everything rests upon it. Like, it's very much a do or die kind of energy for you. Kind of, you know, you're putting a lot on the line. It's something that's so important to you and so close to your heart that it's almost like, oh, if anything goes wrong, it'll break your heart. You know, that kind of a vibe to it. But the thing is, when you have the Knight of Pentacles, it's kind of saying, yes, it will work out. It will be a success, and it will reap benefits, and, you know, bring abundance. But it will be slow. This black horse is a workhorse. He moves very, very slowly. This is the slowest moving energy in the tarot. Okay, so you're onto the right path. You're doing the right thing. You know, massive confirmation. Your heart's invested in it, and it will, you know, reap dividends. But it will do it slowly. So you need to be patient and know that it is a worthy cause and, you know, a worthy use of your energy and your time. I say that you need to know that because of the fact that you've got the Page of Swords in the next position. So it's almost like, you know, telling you to stop doubting yourself, because the Page of Swords very much drowns in self-doubt. They're so full of potential, and they're so capable of so much, because they've got so much drive and enthusiasm and like a real genuine desire to make a difference or to achieve something. But they're so busy doubting themselves and fearing failure and fearing criticism and fearing, you know, judgment and external input or other people's opinions. You know, sometimes with spiritual business and stuff like that, your family might go, you're out of your mind. Yeah. But if it's spiritual business and you've got a job, start it part-time, slowly, because it is a slow-moving energy. So if you, you know, put a little bit of your spare time into it, or all of your spare time into it for a couple of months, and get something, you know, that you're half happy with, sort of off the ground, it's your way of helping the universe manifest as well for you, yeah? And stop doubting yourself, because especially if this is to do with your soul mission or any sort of spiritual work right now, all light work is being called to step up. Whatever, you know, first wave is in particular, like, it's kind of like, okay, you've learned, you've grown, you've healed, you've done all this stuff. Now, go teach other people how to do it. Go show them how it's done. You know, you learned all this stuff. It made it easier for you. Now you go share that with other people, and make sure you're getting other people inspired to be sharing that stuff. And it's a flow-on effect. And literally, like, I've recently been called a senior warrior and been told that, you know, I have to help other warriors step into their light missions and things like that. And wow, kind of blows my mind, kind of makes my stomach tremble a bit at the same time, because I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to let these people down. But also, it's kind of like, hey, it's the easiest thing in the world. Last few years of ascension, what I've been through, what I've learned, and all the tools I've picked up that are stashed away in my YouTube playlists, they're there. What is there to worry about? There's nothing to worry about. And this is the thing with all of our soul mission stuff. It's kind of like we worry, we make up shit in our heads, like Swords, very mental, over analytical, you know, drowning in thoughts and doubts. You know, words are affirmations. So however you talk to yourself, and how critical are you, how judgmental are you? If you're harsh with yourself, you'll never pick yourself up. You'll just be beating yourself down constantly. Okay, it's not a time to be doing that. We're here on a divine mission. We cannot go wrong. We cannot put a foot wrong, because we are here to do something way bigger than us. This is not about us. Okay, we're God's puppets. That's it. Remember that, and have faith, and literally just like lift your foot up and know that it'll be directed where you need to go. Like, that's a stupid analogy, but you know, like puppets, like they don't have to worry. They just hang there. Just hang there and be directed. Okay, but give over control to God first, officially. Because, yeah, don't doubt yourself. Because I don't know whether, like, I really feel like this is sort of more the kind of energies that are being processed in your life, and the confirmations that Archangel Michael wants to give you about what's going on for you around the 12/12 to the 26th. Yeah, we've got another court card, and it's the King of Wands. So this could be another person,
because I really feel like it is. I'm just gonna stick with what I'm feeling, okay? So King of Wands is someone who could be a fire sign, very, very passionate, like the red stands out big time. But, you know, a person that's quite mature, kind of stable, but like, who's also can be a bit, you know, Aries, a bit Aries-like. And I mean Aries like God of War. Fire signs, yeah? They can be quite feisty at times. And a bit sort of, I won't say bullheaded, but kind of my way at the highway. I feel like that person can have a little bit of that aspect to them. But they've matured. Like, it's almost like they can be like that, or they've traditionally been like that. But they have matured and they have grown. So it's almost like they're going through a process of tempering that and sort of balancing that out. Like, knowing when to, you know, be like, no, I know what I'm talking about and this is how it is, because they actually know from experience and they have a valid point, not just, you know, I'm Mr. Know-It-All and I know it all, so listen to me kind of thing, even if they're not qualified. So, yeah, it's a person that's kind of waking up to themselves from being a bit of a, you know, self-righteous individual. So I really like that. But this is a person that I believe is going to be communicating with you, or you're going to be communicating with them in some way, and it's almost like I feel like you're going to feed off their fiery energy kind of thing, because you're embodying the Page of Swords energy, and they're the King of Wands energy. Very, that's a lot more stable, a lot more, you know, assertive, what more, what's tunnel vision, like, you know, laser focused kind of thing. You know, King of Wands has goals he wants to achieve. He comes up with a way to do it, and he just goes for it. He doesn't sit there and go, oh, okay, let me, you know, go over the plan about 5 more times so I can confuse myself and get really, really, really stressed and magnify this stuff and make it worse than it is and harder than it is for myself. He doesn't do that. Okay? He's practical, and he balances his head and his heart. He doesn't allow his head to get too carried away, and his ego and self-doubt, you know, and our fight and flight response is the aspect of our ego that starts making us doubt ourselves. And, you know, oh, are you sure? Oh, but what if you stuff up? Oh, you can't do that. Oh, no, you're not that talented, or you're not that... You know what? I've resorted to recently just going, you know what? I'm freaking perfect the way I am. So, fuck you. It's kind of funny when you're kind of saying that to your own, you know, psychological aspects. But it's true. It's kind of like how often we're told we are worthy and all of this stuff. And trust me, it's coming from a person that's always had self-esteem issues. And now it's kind of like, whatever. I'm in Oompa Loompa right now. I don't give a shit. I'm still awesome. You know, I choose to love myself because freaking the person that made me, the person, the energy, the being thing that made me, loves me and thinks I'm freaking perfect, exactly the way I am, and everything is perfect according to divine timing. So we are exactly where we need to be. We are doing exactly what we need to be doing, and there's nothing wrong. Like, there's no stuffing up. Okay, it's like we have a pre-planned, like a little stenciled path that we're supposed to be following, and we're one of these little, some sort of a game is in my head right now, where there's like a garden path or something, and then there's like these stick figure thingies, cardboard figures, and they go around on the path like they're sliding, like on a track. Literally, we're on a track. Okay, just stay tuned into your guidance and have faith that you are guided and that you're on a divine path, and you've got nothing to worry about, nothing to doubt. Okay, because whatever your little venture is that you're putting time and energy and effort into, this is a big fat thumbs up from Arch Angel Michel that it's the right thing, and to stop doubting yourself, because it didn't come from you. So if you doubt yourself, fair enough, like, whatever. Go ahead, doubt yourself. But if you're doubting this thing, whatever it is, the in business guidance thing that you've had, it's like you're doubting God and angels and your divine team.
and your life purpose, and the steps along your life plan. So I had to remind myself that a while ago, is that every time I doubt whatever I'm being guided or told to do, or I question it, or I let my fears get in the way, I'm actually doubting something that's coming from above. It's not coming from me. Because I have too much self-doubt and too much fear of failure to think of something like this myself. I would never cook it up. So it's coming from them. And they believe in me. And my soul planned this because my soul is strong enough to do it and capable of doing it and will eat this shit for breakfast. So what the hell is wrong with me and this fucking brain here that's doubting it and questioning it, putting barriers up and going, oh no, it's not gonna happen, please love me, I can't do it, no. It's time to stop playing small people. Like really. In the break of the videos, I actually sort of stopped from it. Arch Angel Michel, have I been channeling the right information? Like, is this actually gonna apply to people and stuff? And it's like, it's all me, baby. That's all I heard. It's all me. So it's good. I'm glad, like, because I think sometimes I ramble in my readings, but I need to remember that I, allow like, I open myself up for the channeling of the messages that are meant for the people that are getting them. So, anyway, I will stop rambling and move on. So, like, yeah, King of Wands, very stable energy. This person could have something to do with this business. They could be somebody that you're talking to, a business partner, advisor, mentor, somebody like that, because they're definitely somebody that's very helpful to you, supportive, and almost like a father figure is a word I just heard. Could be, in some cases, a father figure, could be friend, family, just somebody that's mature and, a bit worldly, has a bit of experience in business or, corporate, whatever it is that sort of somehow can help and sort of be supportive to you and, help you move down the path of whatever it is that you're guided to do. Because once again, this is soul mission stuff. This is something that's got your heart, very much at the center of it. So all the doubts and things like that, you need to remind yourself of the inspiration and the intention behind it. When your solar plexus fires, like it lights up and just go boom, when you think of something, and your heart does the same thing, which I know it does happen, like, to a lot of us, especially when we think about something that's very much with our soul mission and stuff, or people that are pivotal to our journey. Like, when they come up and you think of them, you're like, whoa, what's going on? Like, why am I reacting to all these people, why do I feel so drawn to these people, and, just want to listen to what they have to say and their perspective and their guidance and their support kind of thing. Yeah, I feel like this is one of those people. Very much. They're going to be, like, at this time, like, I don't know if they're somebody that's going to be around in your life for a long time, or they've already been, like, it's not even that. It's kind of like they could have been in your life all along, and all of a sudden, at this point in your life, under these circumstances, it's kind of, they've got the right experience, knowledge, skills to be helpful or supportive, or be like, give you a bit of guidance or mentoring, business mentoring, spiritual mentoring, anything maybe. But it's sort of like electronic communication, emails, but a lot of back and forth communication. And yeah, emails pretty much instant communication, so that's pretty fast communication if you ask me. Email, Facebook, anything like that. It's long distances too, so it's not like it's a person that's in the same country, could be on the other side of the world, with a spiritual community online, it is all over the world. And the funny thing is, like, you might resonate with somebody now that you won't in a few months, and it might be temporary, it might be permanent, you don't know. But the most important thing in all of this stuff is, regardless of who resonates with you and who doesn't right now, you need to follow your own soul's guidance and what it's telling you. Yeah, okay, this sounds right, this definitely, like, yeah, you get that kind of a vibe.
otherwise there's something that you listen to some stuff and you're like, what the hell is this person on about? Like, what pill did you take? And just be like, no, this doesn't sound right. And your solar plexus will tell you. And it's where your intuition comes from, and it's almost like the rudder that your soul has for you, your physical body. It's like the one place where it can go, stop, or yes, go for it, and like you get that either tense, yucky, dense, kind of heavy feeling that's kind of stop, like it's trying to weigh you down to like stop you dead in your tracks, or you get this light sort of fluttery like energy feeling that's kind of like it going, woohoo, yes, let's do this. So it's like tune into yourself and your own intuition and use that as a guide, because your intuition is your best friend, your bodyguard, protector, and energetic protector. Energy is so much more powerful and influential and intense and effective on everything in your life than people realize sometimes. So when you're kind of going somewhere and you just I don't know, it makes you feel funny, you kind of I don't want to be here, I just want to walk away. You walk away. Never pursue that shit that makes you feel uneasy and your instincts are telling you not to, because I could tell you many stories about that, but I won't. Not right now. Alright, so the final card in this beautiful reading is the Strength card. So I love the fact that this reading is ending on the Strength card. So for whoever's picked this card, the man with the heart, this is to me very much about like soul mission, life purpose kind of stuff, and something that's divinely guided, but it's definitely like something that will have financial returns. This is almost like a confirmation that yes, it is the right path, it's the right way to go. It will have, it will reap rewards, but you need to stop doubting yourself, because also remember another thing, if you have surrendered to your soul mission and you're on your divine path, then this is not coming from you, it is coming from God, okay? And we have a contract with him that's unbreakable, so how many times do you want to come back and have to rerun that contract? Yeah? That's why you're getting some help sent in some way, shape or form. It could be male, female, it could be a fire sign, it's possible. But they're a person that has the right expertise, the right experience, and the right wisdom, basically, that you need right now. Okay, because this person, is going to communicate with you very... yeah, there's a lot of communication. So this, messages going back and forth, emails, whatever. Someone that's basically going to be like a light at the end of the tunnel. Because I do feel like you're kind of struggling breaking free from that. And there'll be the light at the end of the tunnel, which will give you a lot of strength. And this is the thing, like with us Lightworkers, like some of us have been through some crap. Some of us have lost practically everything in life as we know it, and been homeless. And I've heard some stories that make my heart tremble. Yeah, and I'm fortunate enough to have been with my parents, and to me that's kind of pretty hellish at times. But I have it so much better than a lot of people, and I know, total respect to all those people that have done it, the very, very hard way. And some of the stories that I've come across, like, it makes me really feel like, shit, okay, I had it easy, like, so I can't complain, I can't whinge about anything, because, yeah, there's amazingly strong souls out there, and I'm honoured to have them in my life, and to know them, even. But it's kind of like, give yourself a bit of credit, stop doubting yourself, because you're built for this. You came down here only because you could do it, not because there was any room for failure. This wasn't a life where they could allow, maybe I can succeed. No. You came down here with a mission that you can smash the shit out of in your sleep all day, every day, okay? So doubting yourself is kind of pointless and unnecessary, and it's just old paradigm programming BS. You're here for a higher purpose. That higher purpose cannot fail and will not fail, and it's well and truly on its way. So get out of here, get in here, start following that, and just go with it. Literally, like, try and be as chill as you can, and whatever pops into your head. Yeah, you know what? Today I feel like going to the local park, sitting on a swing,
eating an ice cream, and having a swing like I'm 5 years old again. I did that at 9 o'clock at night, in a park overlooking this beautiful, like it's one end of the harbour basically in Sydney, but there's a little bridge, and then sort of behind it further back you can see the harbour bridge, which is very famous. But it's just a really, really beautiful spot, and like the water there is like always glistening, and it's like reflecting the lights and moon and stuff, and it's a park where I've seen some amazing cloud formations. Like, I don't know if you're on my Facebook thingy, I've had like formations like doves, hearts, infinity symbols, my twin's initial, that was really impressive. So yeah, like, it's just a really beautiful place, and I felt like it one day, and so I did it. And I don't really care. I was there for like about 5 minutes, swinging like a mad woman, and absolutely loving it, like almost like having to control myself from giggling like a kid. But I was loving it, and it was so beautiful, and I was just like, hell yeah, I am so happy. And I got off that swing, and as I saw other people sort of entering that little, play area, the kids' play area of that park, because like they look like teens, and I'm like, okay, I'll go. The 40-year-olds can get off the swing, so the teenagers can play on it. But I had my fun, and it was fantastic. I drove home with the biggest ear-to-ear smile on my face. It was fantastic. I loved it. And it's like, we're so caught up on acting like adults, acting our age, all this shit. You know what? You could cock it tomorrow, and it could be all over. So who gives a shit what anybody thinks? And if they're too uptight too taking themselves too seriously to lighten up and have a laugh and enjoy life a bit, that's their problem. Yeah. Put your time and energy on people that actually know how to be in the moment and appreciate it for what it's got, I'll stop preaching now. Alright, this new lovely card. I don't know if this came out for any other one, but it says, oh yeah, it did. It says, you're afraid of letting go of something that is no longer working for you. There is a deep sense of duty or guilt, and you feel like you don't have a choice. The reality is that you do, and ultimately doing what you know feels right in your heart will be the best for all concerned. Yeah, leap of faith, following your guidance, pursuing whatever heart and soul mission thing, whatever it is. Okay, this says, a new phase begins and brings with it new opportunities. This is a lucky and prosperous time where much that previously seemed impossible now is possible. Doorways previously closed now open. Your world is full of light. Amen, Lightworkers. And funny thing is, those two cards have actually come out in one of the other readings tonight as well. So I love that because it being for the 12-12 portal kind of thing, and knowing that it's one of the most intense energy portals that we've had. Just the way I'm literally seem to be losing my head. Can't remember things from one second to another sometimes. It's very intense, and I'm feeling a lot of stuff. Like my cat pretty much cleared out of my room on the 11th. She came back in on the 13th. So when she clears out of my room, that means I've got a lot of invisible world guests in my room, and I've been seeing so many flashes and like not even orbs, but like what from my peripheral vision looks like this sort of almost like a section of gold flame or something like that, and like just amazing colors. So there's some serious work going on, guys. Multi-dimensional, there's always something going on. Anyway, moving on to this lovely card. It says, passion reignites, and within the flawless pattern of each other's soul, you discover inner peace. You are caressed by each other's love, and this unfolds an endless blessing. Place no restriction on one another. Be firmly grounded within each other's soil, but allow enough space for your branches to sway freely, so that you each may dance to the song of your own spirit. Ooh, okay. So this could be a twin flame dynamic also. So the King of Wands could be the twin who brings in communication that gives you strength. So it may not be a reunion, but it could be just re-establishing communication that makes you feel supported and strong to pursue your soul mission and keep going. It's like that little pat on the back when you feel like, I don't want to do this anymore. Anyway, this card says, within the transcendental realm of your soul, there are endless universes.
each inconceivably vast and at the same time inconceivably small. Even in the tiniest particle of subatomic matter, there is endless expansion. Creation is a cosmic motion picture in which you are both director and actor. Look within and express outwardly the endless waves of love within you. May your love embrace the earth and fill all creation. Wowzers. May your love embrace the earth and fill all creation. Well, as Lightworkers, we do tend to tend a lot of love to Gaia, Mother Earth. And to all creation, yeah. I think we try. Ah, wow. Okay. There were some interesting readings. And yeah, I do think that this reading could possibly be someone, could be a twin flame, could be even like soul family, because that whole love reignited thing, or passion reignites. Yeah, King of Wands, very passionate. So yeah, interesting. Communication that brings healing and then strength. A lot of interesting things, my friends. So I really, really hope that everybody that sees this had a reading that was perfect for them. Because yeah, five cards. They're interesting energy oracle cards, and I absolutely love them. And I'm going to start doing more of these kinds of readings where it's pick your card, because also with my YouTube channel, I'm going to start getting onto that. And I think with this, it's better because it's literally your intuition guides you at the time. Like, you get to see the back of the cards, whatever you're drawn to, is the message that the universe most wants for you. No worries, my dear. I'm glad you liked it. I'm going to get off now. But yes, watch out for more readings. I'll be around. Bye-bye.